Hey, it's Tanieya. I'm back again with another video. We're going to be using Arison Lashes products today. So this is their glue. This glue is their sensitive glue. It's a hypoallergenic lash extension glue for clients that have sensitive eyes and skin. And this is their lash tray in C curl 8mm to 15mm. Super soft. I really like these lashes, and they are fast fanning, so they are really easy to use if you just want to make some volume fans real quick. Now here is a boot tweezer and my isolation tweezer. Love this tweezer to isolate with, makes it super easy. So I am going to show you guys me just picking up some lash extensions off of the strip. I'm going to use the pinching method, dip it in a dab of glue, and then we are going to isolate on the mannequin, and then I'll show you in real time what it looks like on a real person towards the end. So we're going to dip it in a little bit of glue here. Now we're going to take my isolation tweezers. I like to use a curved isolation tweezer. You can use straight tweezers as well. And we're going to place that fan right on top of that lash. You can place a fan or a classic lash on top, underneath, or from the side. It all depends on what works for you. I like to place them underneath when I'm lashing a real client, or on top. Sometimes the way you isolate the lash, the only way you can get it on there is on top or on the side. It really just depends on, what you're dealing with. Some people have more curly lashes, some people have super straight lashes, and some people's lashes grow down, so you might only be able to do on top. So like I said, it all depends on what you are dealing with. So you're going to take your tweezer and isolate one lash, so you have one lash only available for you to put a lash extension on. So practice just popping your tweezers in the lashes and then opening your tweezers just a bit so you have one eyelash in between your tweezers. So I'm going to demonstrate this again. I'm going to isolate this lash, and I am going to place the fan right on top, and I am going to let it sit there to make sure that it is dry. Now you can move your fan. You see how I'm moving it around with my tweezer? Because sometimes it may pop off and you may have to go from a different direction. You may have to go from the side or underneath. Now I'm just going to again isolate a lash by itself. This lash is kind of bending a different way, which is great because lashes are straight, curly, they crisscross. You're not going to get clients' lashes that look as straight as this mannequin head. People's lashes grow in all different types of directions depending on the client you have. Some people, I noticed, they're side sleepers, so their lashes are like mushed towards one side. So it's not going to always be like straight lashes that you're going to get, when your client walks in the door. So like right here, like these lashes are curled to the left. So I am isolating, and I am going to place that fan closer towards the base there. And you want to make sure your extension is going straight. You do not follow the direction that the lash is going. So I placed that fan straight and not like curved the way it was growing. So you always want to make sure that even if the natural lash is going crisscross or whatever, make sure your lash extension is going straight, okay? So we're going to isolate here again, and then we are going to place this fan right onto the lash. Now when you're doing a real client, you want to make sure you're not touching the skin. You want to make sure that you're going about 1 or 2 millimeters away from the eyelid. You do not want to glue these extensions on your client's skin. That is a big no-no. So again, you just isolate and you place. So practice, with different isolation tweezers and see which ones work for you. They have a more curved isolation tweezer out there. They have straight. So you have to just try different ones and see which ones work for you, okay? And I am going to let you guys watch me isolate a few more times, and then I'm going to come back when we start talking about mapping. Alright, so I've been placing 15 millimeter volume fans pretty much in the center of the eye all the way to the outer corner. Now I am going to turn this into a cat eye look, which means you go shorter in the inner corner and you get longer towards the outer corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a shorter length, a 10 millimeter, and I want to zoom in on this so you guys can see me using my tweezers to separate those two lashes so I just get one lash hair. Sometimes it'll be a little more hard to isolate, but you have to make sure you just get one lash. So I am putting in a 10 millimeter, and here I am grabbing an 11 millimeter and placing that a little farther in, and I'm grabbing another 11, and then I'm going to throw in some 12 millimeter and 13 millimeter as I start to get closer to the 15 millimeter lashes. So basically I'm doing 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 until I get to the section where the 15 millimeter is, and this creates blending. You don't want to put super long lash extensions in somebody's inner corner. I always tend to put like 8s in the very inner corner if their natural lashes are super short, or I'll put 9, or sometimes I could put 10. So you don't want to put a 15 millimeter in somebody's very inner corner, because it'll just brush against their bone near their nose and their eye socket. So it's just uncomfortable. You don't want to do that. So definitely put your shorter lengths there and blend it if you're using longer lengths like I'm doing here. So I'm adding in some 11, 12s, and 13s, and also 14s. Now I'm not going to cover every single lash on this mannequin, but I am going to do enough just so you guys can see how it's going from shorter to longer, creating more of a cat eye look and blending it a bit more. So you just want to make sure that it blends and that it looks good. And cat eye is a very popular style that a lot of clients will ask you about to do on them. Pretty much cat eye and doll eye are like the two most popular. So you definitely want to get used to applying your shorter lengths in the inner corner. Sometimes I even go shorter towards the very outer corner as well, so it's not too much weight, because a lot of people's natural lashes are short in the inner corner and on the very outer corner. And here is from short and going into the long into the 15 millimeter for blending. Now I wanted to add in just real time of me isolating real natural lashes. You can clearly see how she has a lot more natural lashes than a mannequin does, and you have to use those tweezers and kind of sift through those lashes until you can get one of those bad babies by themselves, and you can grab your lash extension and apply it. And this is the art of doing eyelash extensions. This is why this is a luxury service, because it is a tedious task. And then once you know what you're doing, you just fly right through this. But you have to make sure that you find good tweezers that help you isolate, and you are placing one lash extension on one natural lash. So you're seeing how I'm sifting through there, and you see those two stuck together, and I'm using my other tweezer to kind of separate it so I can get one by itself. Some people even use their nails, like if you have longer nails, they use them to move the lashes out the way, or there's different taping methods you can use to kind of move some lashes out of the way that you've already put an extension on to help with isolating. But this skill, isolating, is the key in being a great lash tech, because if you're not isolating, you got a problem, and you're probably applying them incorrectly, and you're going to damage your client's natural lashes, which is a huge no-no. So please take your time. Please make sure that you're isolating and putting one lash extension on one natural lash. And I hope this video was super helpful for you guys, and I shall see you in the next video. Have a great day.